Welcome to Fort Fritz, your one-stop for news, current events, and all forms of entertainment relating to the paranormal, the supernatural, the Fortean, and things that go bump in the night, all packaged and presented in the form of know-nothing know-it-alls, entertaining the unknown. Hello, I am your host, Fritz, joined as always by co-host Mandaddy.
Hi.
And special guests, Dan.
Hi.
And Sabrina.
What's up?
So for the next hour, we are going to just jump right into the crazy topics of the day, and I will start because this is really interesting. Of the Bigfoot phenomenon,
Big feet.
do you think conservatives / Republicans or liberals / Democrats are more likely to believe in Bigfoot or aliens or UFOs?
Okay.
Aliens or UFOs, do you think that's a Democratic liberal or a conservative Republican, and vice versa with big feet?
I think that
The Bigfoots.
Republicans believe in, what was the first option?
Big feet.
Big feet.
Bigfoot. I think Republicans, Bigfoot, and the left side is UFOs.
Okay.
See, that's interesting because I feel like it's the opposite.
This is Dan. This is Dan, or we're talking
and
now.
I'll tell you why. So your liberals are typically your environmentalists, your hippie types.
They have
I feel
armpit hair.
Yep, totally. I feel like they're going to lean more towards that Bigfoot naturalist sort of like, yeah, it's this crazy animal that exists on our planet that you know we have to not disturb and stuff. So I feel like they're going to go more towards that, and I feel like conservatives are going to go more towards the alien thing because of their belief
Of
and
aliens and
fear
illegal
of their belief and fear of the military-industrial complex, because it all ties into that. You know, the whole
that's
Roswell, like, you know, Area 51 thing. Like,
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So, Mandaddy, what do you think? Republicans, Democrats? Of course, we're an apolitical show for the sake of the show here at Fort Fritz.
Not personally.
You can come at us directly. We will tell you exactly how we feel about certain things. But for the sake of the show, Mandaddy.
But I think I lean towards the way Sabrina went with it. I could see conservatives being more believing in Bigfoot because it's something they can hunt and kill. And while liberals would believe more UFOs because they're, you know, more into the quote-unquote enlightenment and, you know, looking beyond our world.
Well, that is interesting because apparently, according to mysteriousuniverse.org, Republican voters are more likely to believe in Bigfoot, while Democratic voters believe in aliens. So let's go into this research a little bit more because ultimately, who cares? So
We do.
this poll had over 1,000 responders and asked, quote, if any, which of the following unproven ideas, paranormal phenomena, or general beliefs do you believe to be credible?
One more time?
So again, this is unproven ideas, paranormal phenomena, or general beliefs do you believe to be credible?
Loch Ness.
Unproven ideas. Loch Ness, okay.
yeah, I feel like it's the greatest hits, Loch Ness,
Okay.
Bigfoot, aliens,
Ghosts.
Chupacabra,
Steel-heeled Jack, was he in there?
God.
My favorite cryptid.
Okay, I want to give one out.
God can be. Could be
Santa.
Santa?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Santa's a bad
cryptid.
one.
Yeah, totally.
Don't like give me that. That was a terrible answer.
No, I mean, I
As
feel like
adults, I imagine did they?
There's thousands of wrong answers for this.
Chupacabra.
So this is from Insider.com, and the story is America is a nation of conspiracy theorists.
Amen.
Oh, yeah.
Here are the most commonly believed in phenomenon. So let's go all the way to
Champ.
number one, 50% health benefits of meditation, number one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
50% do not believe in the health benefits of meditation.
I think there are health benefits.
Of course there are.
to
By
it.
definition, quieting your mind occasionally, how is that not a good thing?
If your mind
Yep.
can do,
and it's been shown that resonant frequencies can do stuff to people. Like, so if you're doing the mantras and the like
if
that
people
sort
can
of
go into a full blown anxiety attack, that means they have the power in their brain to do that.
shut it off.
Therefore, the opposite can be done when you're meditating.
that's a good point.
Good call.
Yep. Half believe in health benefits of meditation, half do not. That is their control study. After that, health benefits of essential oils. How many percentage-wise do you think? Under 50%.
I'd say 35.
I'm gonna
35
go
for Mandaddy.
even 30.
30 for Dan.
15.
Are we
15
doing prices right
for
rules?
Sabrina. Mandaddy would get it right. That would be 34%.
Oh!
So no, because he would be over.
Yeah. So I win. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Right after that, Ghosts, spirits, and other paranormal specters exist. That's 31%. Health benefits of aromatherapy at 31%. Number 4 would be technologically advanced civilizations existed prior to modern era. And then number 5 would be extraterrestrial visitors have come to Earth at 20%.
Well, thank you for...
Only 20%?
Only 20%.
Wow, you think it'd be more.
Sometimes when you get into the unknown, and Bigfoot was on that list, by the way. Would you like to know where Bigfoot came in?
16.
16 for Sabrina. Any other guesses?
28.
28 for Mandaddy.
13.
13 for Dan. Dan and Sabrina are splitting at 14%.
Hold on.
Unclassified organisms like Bigfoot or Yeti or Nessie exist. Now, this is really interesting.
Damn, they lumped them all together.
Yeah, well, it's
They
cryptids.
do my boy Nessie dirty.
It's cryptids and those animals that we do not know about. But let me ask you this: what do you think this audio sounds like? This was recorded in Kentucky by Sean Hammonds.
Dude, what? Oh yeah.
Okay, I got it. You can stop the audio.
So
now.
he is recording what he thinks
Listen at that. What?
is a Bigfoot
I
howl.
don't know.
Where was this?
Kentucky.
Dude, why do you think I brought him in the house and run out here?
He brought his dogs inside.
It's the sound of Mitch McConnell
Listen to
feeding.
that. Listen to that. And that's when he turns around and sees his small child and his wife's
Dude,
arms.
get him in the house. Get
Tells
him in the house. Get him in
the wife to go back inside. So
What
this,
happened to them?
this audio.
Are they okay?
I mean, they're in Kentucky, so objectively,
So
no.
maybe we can hope. This was presented on the coasttocoastam.com website. The article, Bigfoot Howl, recorded in Kentucky. Again, Sean Hammonds, he went towards the tree line at the back edge of his property and just started recording. What is that? There are 2 recordings. That was the original unedited audio. Would you like to hear it again, a little bit compressed so you can kind of hear those howls?
Sure.
I mean, yeah, sure. I don't mind
have the
having
technology.
nightmares tonight.
And when I say they, it's conjectured that this is not actually a Bigfoot, but
Liars.
kind of sounds scary.
I mean, it was a specific, thing to hear. I feel
Right.
like
I mean,
heard...
I've heard wolves before in my life.
So let's
I've
go
never
into
heard
that.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Let's
Big ass wolf.
So this is the same clip, slightly enhanced. Zoom in, enhance.
Dude, what?
His commentary cracks me up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Imagine hearing this for like,
Listen at that.
I
See,
don't know.
that's the one, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Dude, why do you think I brought him in the house and run out here? Listen at that.
That's pretty
The
scary.
hell with all of that.
That
man.
is
No, screw
pretty-
all
Cool.
of that.
So whereabouts was that? So
Burn
I
the
should
house,
never,
move away.
ever
Well, this
go
was
visit.
This was outside of the holler. A couple of people online.
Right by the creek.
Now, this website, I got this from coasttocoastam.com, but this was some
What does
people
Coast to
commenting.
Coast PM say?
You don't want to know.
After hours.
That's where it gets weird.
A couple people commented, have you ever heard of a mountain lion? So let me play a mountain lion for you. This would be in Kentucky. Not
That's
as
terrifying.
Not as
That is-
sing-songy.
What is the mountain lion doing? Are they being
Partying.
harassed
They're
right
doing
now?
things you don't want to know about.
There are different calls, depending on what the mountain lion is doing. Is that a mating call? Are they in the middle of mating?
I don't know. It could be
Are
a
they
fighting.
trying to
It could be
call
a fussing
for
and a
the
fighting, Sabrina.
If
I don't
she is
know.
in the middle of Pleasure Town, that lioness, then maybe it might be longer, of a sound. What we're hearing.
Here's the thing. Kentucky has not facilitated a mountain lion population in over 100 years.
Okay, well then.
That
so-
is pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Do they have any other kind of like large cats, like bobcats
Oh, they've
or
got
anything?
elk, they've got moose, they've got bears, they've got coyotes, they've got all of these kind of animals.
Well, so elk and moose, I know they can make some weird noises.
Right.
You know?
I mean, all of these animals
Especially
can be.
moose.
Yeah, all of these animals can make really, really weird noises. So this was clip 2 of the 2 recorded clips, okay?
Sabrina, you're a cat owner. I'm
Yeah.
a cat owner. Cats
Okay.
make
Trust
weird
me.
noises.
Cats do cat
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So this is
Daddy is a cat owner.
I
Very
own a plug-in back massager, and I also know that those noises are possible.
and how?
I have a tight back.
This is a clip 2, also named "I Have a Tight Back" by Sean Hammonds from Kentucky. This is apparently a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch audio encounter. Let's take a listen.
He's back. That's definitely him.
Oh.
Definitely him.
Don't hear much.
He's way up there.
That sounds way far away now,
Yeah.
right?
I got a trail cam that takes pictures now. I'm gonna get you. He's way
That's a pretty weird sound, right?
Sounds like the
I
midpoint
can
of
make that
echoes.
sound in a canyon.
Anyway,
Is Kentucky is where Bigfoot's supposed to be?
it's
They're all over the
Bigfoot's
place.
all over. Yeah,
Yeah.
Florida.
We got
Exactly.
Bigfoots, they got Bigfoots.
come
Man, Daddy,
on.
what's a Florida Bigfoot?
We got Swamp
name?
Cabbage
Swamp ape.
Man.
Swamp Cabbage Man.
Swamp Ape.
Swamp ape.
Skunk Ape.
Skunk Ape.
Yeah.
On that note, let's take a little break. But coming up, Man Daddy, you have a house divided. You have 2 franchises that you're going to delve into.
Yep. One I
Both-
loved and one I didn't care about.
Both are movies.
Both are movies.
And Dan Orr has a movie he recently saw that he can't give any spoilers about. And at the bottom of the hour, Sabrina's going to come back and hit you right in the face with current events and also really, really spooky stories about cryptids. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
4.1.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Gotta understand.
Welcome to Fort Fritz. I'm your host, Fritz, joined as always by co-host Man Daddy
Howdy.
and our special guest, Sabrina
Hey, everybody.
and Dan.
Yo.
If you want to catch up on our past episodes, please do. Just download the free iHeartRadio app and search Fort Fritz. That's F-O-R-T, F-R-I-T-Z. And you can also search for our standalone podcast, our new iHeartRadio channel called Fort Fritz Campfire Tales. And that's all of our stories from the past several years. Isn't that right, Mr. Man Daddy?
There's a lot to listen to, a lot of really good stories, a lot of creepy stories, a lot of not safe for work stories, all different type of stuff for you to listen to in there. All in nice little packaged 9 to 15 minute long segments.
Yeah, not too bad.
It's like a Hanukkah.
It's like a
for
Hanukkah.
little stories in your ears.
It's like a Hanukkah for your brain.
So, Man Daddy, you have 2 film franchises that you are not loving both of them.
No. I one franchise I absolutely love, and one franchise I really just don't really care about. And so I saw both of the movies, and the franchise I really care about and always have loved is Men in Black. So I saw
I
Men
am
in Black
such
International.
A huge fan of Men in Black.
Yeah, well, you're going to be disappointed because the new one is no bueno.
Oh, boy.
It's just not that good. It lost all the heart. I like, Chris Hemsworth and what's Valkyrie's name?
Tessa Thompson.
Tessa Thompson.
Nice point.
I like
Nice
them.
point.
I like them as people. I like them. I know them. I like them as actors. I think they have
They
great
have good chemistry. Yeah.
they have great chemistry.
In Ragnarok, they were great together.
Oh, they're awesome together, and in Endgame as well. But this movie, there's just the characters are just not well written, in my opinion. Like I said, there's no heart. The Men in Black movies there's some warmth to them. This sort of heart.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Yeah, it was Will Smith basically.
I love him so
and-
much.
He's a handsome dude.
Yeah, you gotta love him.
you got to
just
give it
gotta
up.
love him.
You got to give it up to Tommy Lee Jones too. I mean,
Of course,
And Tommy
of
Lee
course.
Jones,
The
yeah.
way they worked against each other was great. And you just don't have that in this movie at all. I mean, and Chris Hemsworth's character is not that likable, kind of. He doesn't have that charm that,
Thor does.
that Thor has, basically.
I love Thor so much in Infinity Wars.
they've really they took his character from one of the most boring archetypes in the Marvel universe and made him the best character.
because he was going to leave. He was basically going to leave after Thor 2, and
I'm getting outta here.
then they showed him
I'm
the
out.
treatment for
Taika
Ragnarok.
Waititi just took that character to another level.
So this movie again,
Men
Mandetti,
in Black
was what?
International.
Men in Black International. Okay.
And I don't think I even finished it. I was that disappointed by it. And so, in contrast, a franchise I really don't care enough about, or care about at all, is Pokemon. I know enough about Pokemon to understand memes and references, and I played maybe one Pokemon game like 20 years ago.
Game Boy?
Actually, it was on, I think,
N64.
yeah, I think it was.
Oh,
Where you
yeah.
took the pictures in the cave.
Yeah, it
I
was
remember
that
that
one.
game. Yeah.
So
So Pokemon stands for what?
Pokemon Snap.
Pocket Monster.
Pocket Monster.
Pocket Monster.
That's a pretty cool name.
Oh, I have interesting.
Yeah.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
quote unquote, in my nightstand.
Oh, you have to catch a few. You don't have to catch them all. You can only catch a few if you need to.
And you're referring to a pocket monster. is right?
My nature's pocket, we'll call it.
But so, in that vein, I saw the movie Detective Pikachu, and that movie was way better. I enjoyed Detective Pikachu as
It
an
was
adult who doesn't care about Pokemon. It was just cute.
It was pretty cute.
It was enjoyable. It's Ryan Reynolds' snark
All
is
right.
in full effect.
Yep.
The first thing that I got in the mail was a VHS from Toys R Us introducing Pokemon cards.
Nice.
My siblings and I watched it over and over. It was 15 minutes promo, like totally just to get kids to buy the cards, 100 cards, and we watched it. And then completely, lost it. And then when Pokemon Bo came out, which was right after Go.
I don't think you're being truthful.
When Pokemon Go came out, I was like, oh, that's great. And then I realized I was amongst people that lived Pokemon their entire lives.
Oh, yeah, breathe it. And what I've
And
seen.
Pikachu never talked
No.
during that entire
Nope.
thing until now.
No, they explain it in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do explain it. There's a reason why he doesn't talk to everybody. Only the one character can hear him. To everyone
And
else,
you're
it's
totally,
just Pikachu.
just after that one scene of explanation, totally fine with
Yeah,
years of...
Yeah, it
Yeah.
worked. Yeah, it worked.
I mean, from my side,
Like I said, Dan's talking up now.
I did like Detective Pikachu. It was fun. It was fun. It was cute. It's got its problems.
Of course.
That's all.
I'm not saying it's Citizen
it's
Kane.
got its
I'm
problems.
saying it's better than Men in Black International.
Men in Black International, just to kind of get people up to date, was a franchise that you really thought was going to be great.
Well, I mean, I love Men in Black 1 and 3, and 2 is just basically 1 again. So
Right.
I like all
Cash
3.
grab.
So
Yeah.
you have some kind of predisposed knowledge on the franchise, at least.
No, of course. I mean, but I also knew about Men in Black when it was a comic book and when it was just, the conspiracy theory and all that. So, I had some backup to it before the movie came out.
Really?
The first one, I was like, I already knew what the Men in Black were, so I was interested.
But then Detective Pikachu,
And then, I was just like, it
and
came
that's
out.
the one you like the best.
Yeah, out of those two, I really did. It was fun. It was lighthearted. It had a nice.
That's amazing.
The CGI was great. I thought
I really like the actor, the kid.
Yeah, the kid was.
The kid is great.
Yeah.
He was awesome
Macaulay
on it.
Culkin?
No.
No, I don't know his
Yeah,
name.
I don't know.
I feel bad. I don't know his name, but
Research.
he was in a Netflix show also, The Get Down.
Oh, he's in that.
Ah.
He's in The Get Down,
Okay.
and he's awesome in it. Like he was. I mean,
Why
the
don't
show
you guys
is.
marry him, huh?
Nate, easy.
It
all
got
right?
canceled.
Easy, Sabrina. Yeah, it's canceled. Come on. That kid's out of a job now. He's 12. He's out of a job.
But and Ryan Reynolds is just great.
He's great,
He's just great in he's just what he is and
He
what he
always
does.
turns in a solid performance. Yeah.
Always.
Great pecs.
You ever see the movie The
He really
Voices
does.
with him?
Nope.
Like, and that V.
Okay, that is I think it's on. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix now. I think it's on Hulu. But there's a movie with Ryan Reynolds called The Voices, which is really good. Way better than both these movies, where he plays kind of against type, where he plays kind of a loner that's kind of awkward, and his pets.
Driver was kind of like that too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Ryan Gosling or Ryan Reynolds?
Drive.
Drive.
Was
Yeah,
Ryan
you're
Gosling.
right. And
Different
his
person?
pets start
Completely
talking to him and
different person.
convince him to murder a bunch of people. And
Sounds
so,
fun.
and the post credit scene is one of the best stingers ever. It's just if you're into,
Yeah.
if you want to check out a Ryan Reynolds movie that's a little different,
I
check out The
loved,
Voices.
I loved in Detective Pikachu when Samuel Jackson comes in at the end and
Okay,
says, like, we're part
okay.
of the Avengers Initiative.
Links it all together. I think in the future, since Disney's going to own everything will be in a shared universe. Everything, no matter what. Sherlock Holmes, Pikachu, Marvel, everything.
Why not?
We're just building towards Ready Player One.
Basically, that's it. Basically,
It would be amazing if like every movie from now on just adds that little like space at the end, so people can be like, I don't know,
Samuel
is that
Jackson
Marvel
shows up and
universe or
ties it
not?
together.
Yeah.
Surprise!
All right, so Man Daddy.
yes.
Oh,
Let's
snap.
start with Men in Black International.
Okay.
Out of 7 Man Daddy beard pulls, what would you give it?
2.5.
Oh, that is not good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go
bad.
to a 3 just for, because there are always the fun character designs. I love when they go into the MIB building and stuff like that.
And
So
then right down.
then just back down again.
Jesus. So that was not good.
Yeah, not
Still gonna
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
That was not a good movie rating.
Yeah.
So let's see. Out of 7, 4 is average.
Right.
So 2.5
5
is not good at all.
Yeah, not
okay,
good at all.
That's very, very poor. So let's
That's a
go
stinker.
to Detective Pikachu.
Nice.
Detective Pikachu out of 7 Man Daddy beard pools.
Pika pika.
I'd give it 5. I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a
Okay.
5. It's an enjoyable movie. It's not a groundbreaking movie. It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's an enjoyable ride. If you like Pokemon, you're gonna like it even more. I've talked to people that are big Pokemon fans, and they love what they did with the lore and showing all the different Pokemon and stuff that's going on in the background. So I enjoyed it, not knowing anything about, or knowing very little, about Pokemon. But if you are a huge fan or just a mild fan, I think you might enjoy it. It's a good ride.
Detective Pokemon, I'm going to
Detective Pikachu.
Detective Pokemon Pikachu.
Yeah. Detective
Oh,
Ryan
good.
Reynolds plays Pikachu.
I am going, yeah.
Pokey Reynolds.
That guy's got a great voice.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got the V.
He does have. He does have the V.
Always got the V.
I don't know what to do.
Always got the V.
He's got the V.
He's got the V.
He's got the V.
He's got
the V. He's got the V.
Yeah, he's got it.
I'm sad about Men in Black.
Oh, you should be. You should have Jack do the background vocals. Yeah.
Coming up, Sabrina's going to be talking about current events and cryptids. Also, Dan has a brand new movie he's going to review. You listen to Fort Fritz, Real Radio 104.1.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, and welcome back to Fort Fritz on 104.1. I am your co-host,
my God.
Man Daddy. Right over there, we got Fritz.
Hello.
And tonight only, after this, we've got Sabrina.
Tonight only.
And we've got Dan Orr over there.
What's up?
You guys don't want me back after this?
Oh, well, we're going to have a meeting. We're going to have a...
A meeting?
we're gonna have
Look, like I haven't had this meeting already.
You've had a few of these meetings over
That's
the past
right.
few
They
years.
already know. I think they're very proud of me that I didn't do it sooner, and instead I picked 8:30. Do you know where your kids are?
So, we hear that we're going to get a little update on the current events, what's going on in the world, let everybody be updated, and things that they should know. And for that, we're kicking over to Sabrina.
Hey, I'm gonna call it Strangertainment. Thank you. If you listen to the News Junkie, 11 to 3. If you don't, why?
What are you doing with your
Yeah,
life?
exactly. What are you doing?
I do the entertainment, but this is the first time that I've been prompted to really look at the paranormal.
Oh,
By the way, I Googled supernatural news, and I only got the TV show for like 4 Google pages.
yeah, it sucks, doesn't it?
So in the future,
You had to go to that dark web, like
Yeah.
page 5.
yes, a dark web supernatural. Fortunately, this is the second time this song will hit the airwaves. Ladies and gentlemen, an update on the Loch Ness Monster.
Ooh,
Oh, like
Nessie.
this monster.
Close your eyes.
Close.
Rising.
I
Rising.
love everything about this. Oh yeah.
Are we raving now? Is this a rave now?
Yeah, you can
I'll start working the light
That's
switch,
right.
and then it will be.
There we go. That's a little. Someone hand me a pacifier.
I'm using
Alright.
this. I'm
We
using
don't
this.
want to give them that much free airplay.
Okay.
If anyone that hasn't been living under a rock knows about the Loch Ness Monster, but especially a rock in the last 6 months, because there is a plan to storm Loch Ness. Let's find that big boy.
Really?
There you go. Just everybody dive in.
Nessie's a female.
Okay, but it is.
Did you just assume that monster's gender?
No, I didn't.
Have
She
you?
did.
I believe you did
Yeah,
actually.
we
You
Because
said
it
big
did.
boy.
I said boy because it was
Boy.
BOI, and that is yet to be defined by the physical genitalia.
So why are they going to storm Loch Ness? Or just to tackle Nessie?
You know, why not?
Just dive in and grab it by the neck.
I'm into it.
There have been warnings. You know, I think there was about 500,000 people at least interested in the event.
Uh-huh.
That's a lot.
And it's
I'm into it.
storm Lake Nessie, and then the officials have said there's no reason to storm because it is open 365, 24/7.
Hey, you don't have to storm anything. There's no military presence here.
Welcome. Come on in.
But
We
if
have
you
We
are-
beverages.
welcome you.
All going to gather at that same time, let's be aware that you can't just run into those waters.
No,
They're
It's pretty cold.
so cold, 13-foot waves.
Oh my God.
And like easily, if an average boater gets lost up in it, they may perish.
Yeah, it's a massive lake.
It is really deep.
It's a lock. It's not even
Yeah.
a lake. It's a lock.
It's a lock.
But thanks
It's a lot of
to
lock.
thanks to technology, thanks to passion,
Yeah.
Yep.
we now have live streams constantly on. So somebody by the name of and can you play the song one more time so we get back into the Loch Ness
The Nessiness of
feeling
it.
here?
Yeah, you know I can.
Let's get Nessie with it.
Here one more time.
I love this so much. You have to send this to me after the show.
Is there any way-
Rising.
I will link them on realradio.fm.
You should. This is amazing.
Thank God, a diligent viewer of the Loch Ness webcam. He's on it all the time, and he recently spotted not one, my friends, but two mysterious creatures swimming in the waters of a legendary site. His name, Eoin Odfadoghagen.
Nice.
He's virally reportedly noticed these strange anomalies while watching the live stream earlier this month. Quickly recorded the scene, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are talking about
That's
it.
awesome.
Springs to his feet.
Now, admittedly, it is a quite blurry video. That's the one that you have over there. I don't even know if he's narrating it.
That's the Loch Ness Monster song playing in the background.
Yep.
There's a
Is-
Loch Ness Monster right there in the video.
Those little two things there.
They're multiplying.
This is at coasttocoastam.com.
They're sticking out of the water.
Yeah, looks
And
like
I
They're,
quote, and he
they're
says,
little baby Nessies.
Yeah.
"Never did I think it was two humps from the one animal." Okay, I'm not good at it.
That was an Irish accent.
That was really...
Well, it's in Scotland, so
I was saying.
Oh.
Promo.
They're after me, Lucky Charms. Never
Wow,
did I
racist.
think... How is that? Well, that's not racist.
Straight
Hold
to
on, do it-
leprechaun.
do it
Straight to
now.
leprechaun.
See if it's racist now.
They're after me, Lucky Loch Ness. On the contrary, he theorized that the scene shows two creatures which he estimated after looking at that webcam 20 feet long.
They do look really big. It
they
was
would
like
have to be to show up. Like the camera was really far
it
away.
was
Yeah,
very far.
That's
It
a
was,
big animal.
it was like a wide panoramic shot.
I quote from this article, having spent a considerable amount of time watching the webcam over the course of the past few years, to the point that he's now racked up not one but 4 Nessie sightings. And I'm going to add my own commentary. This man doesn't get out much.
No, he does not.
Just hanging out at the lock.
Ofadawahagin. It is O.
Fetty Wap?
It is O apostrophe FAODHAGAIN.
And you know what's
Wow.
crazy? It's probably pronounced Ofoige or something
Ofoige,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Ofad Ruckers noted that he's never seen anything quite. He called this, and I quote, a rarity.
Yeah,
So now people are all about watching this live stream. He
that's
is
awesome. I love some renewed interest in Nessie.
Yeah,
now,
absolutely.
his account and that of the skipper have been accepted, my friends, by the official Loch Ness Sightings Register, increasing the total number of reports for 2019 to what? Give it a guess.
250.
I'm going to say 39.
39?
I'm going to say 15.
Official Loch Ness sightings register increasing the total number of the 2 humps to 9 so far this year in 2019.
So
I
was
sort of
closest.
win. No, I said
So
15.
like 1.3 a month.
Everybody knows she's a night baby.
Yeah.
I've noticed for about 10 years now, 10 years, that I have a bit of a supernatural power that I have no control of. But it is so consistent that I do not doubt it. It is so consistent that when I Googled it, I think for the first time was my freshman year of college. That would have been 2009. There was a Wikipedia page for it.
That was it.
Streetlight interference.
Oh, okay. So what is this? What does this mean?
Streetlights go out when I'm driving.
I have that.
And I notice it several times. I'm
Yep.
like, and
Wait,
I'm
just-
pointing it out. It happens.
Happens to me
Boom, boom, boom.
all the time. All the time.
Dan, what about you?
Okay.
She has pointed it out to me when we've been driving together.
So you can vouch for this?
I can vouch for it.
Oh, skeptic Dan over
I've seen
here.
it happen while we're in the car together. It's not happened to me by myself, is all I'm saying.
Wow.
Or not that I've noticed, but
Always when you're right about coming up to them.
you
That's
know,
really cool.
It's like right when they're right about there, all of a sudden, whip.
my situational awareness, I consider my situational awareness to be pretty good, but like I've not noticed it by myself. With great power comes great responsibility.
See, that's what I knew.
I do
So,
remember
you know.
that Superman episode.
Spider-Man.
Are you guys curious about it? Or I think everybody just believes that I have the power.
I mean,
I believe in it.
I would imagine that any kind of electromagnetic interference would be some kind of supernatural power.
There's been a lot of revelations in the U.S. Storm Area 51. Everyone's ready to see what's happened or
Oh,
what
yeah.
hasn't happened. But it turns out in other parts of the country across the pond, they've just released all of it. The Spanish Ministry of Defense has opened almost 2,000 pages of UFO reports.
It's happening
Accessible.
everywhere.
Spain's Defense Virtual Library. And so they say, this according to Mark Viviora, mentions of the more interesting incidents are particularly in one place, and that's Cantalunya, if I'm saying that right.
Sounds like so.
Catalunya.
Oh, Catalunya.
Oh, yeah, totally different. Catalunya. Oh, okay.
Catalunya.
Everyone knows that one.
Catalonia.
Catalunya
Calzones.
appears in not one but 16 binders worth of these pages.
That is a lot of information. 2,000 pages, you said?
Out of 2,000, Catalunya appears in 16 of the binders of 2,000. Let's say 500 pages in each of them.
So this
Not
is
good at math.
this is a massive UFO intelligence dump, yeah, or declassifying.
And that's been that's happening everywhere. It's like I think the UFOs are coming. I think all the governments know when the UFOs are coming, and they're just like letting everything go out, so we'll know, be used to it when
How
they show up.
soon?
Well, let's
I'm hoping within
Very
like a
soon.
year. I could use it like in about a month or so.
let's hypothesize this, okay? So let's
My
say
heart's
every
palpitating.
country is trying to get rid of all of the information they know, just so they're kind of saving their own ass, right? So what if they're still classifying information that is like really specific?
Oh,
They're like,
Well, yeah,
There
if they're letting
is.
this go, what are they holding?
Exactly.
You know?
2,000 pages is a massive intelligence leak, or just like
And that's not
dump,
the only one that's
or
happened.
publishing,
Right.
I should say. No,
But
God,
okay,
no.
but let's also give some examples.
Please do.
So they get all these documents, right? 16 binders worth. In some of the cases, though, for example, in the case of a sighting over Costa Brava, 1982, a resident of Blaine submitted a detailed dossier to the Air Force HQ describing his sighting of a rosary of lights in the sky as he shared an evening with friends from his penthouse by the sea.
Oh, Richie McRichpants over here.
But wait, there's more. If it was a
I was
cylindrical
snorting gold cocaine.
Gold
object,
cane.
some 50 to 100 meters in diameter, with windows flying and rotating on its own axis, so it was actually acid that they were all doing.
Okay, yeah, okay, that sounds about right.
So this thing was spinning quickly.
Mm-hmm. The witness provided sketches that try to provide a shape to something attempting to resemble a flying saucer. A married couple who saw a round unidentified object in the early morning hours. The object gave off red, green, and orange flashes, what I like to call a tow truck.
Mm-hmm.
There was one where an agent, the duty officer, at Barcelona airport. Agents of the Montreal Guardia Civil, the state police, a monk from the Olesa monastery, and the abbot of the Montserrat himself, and up to 44 witnesses claimed seeing a luminous spot with a striking wake that plunged from the sky. But they said that it was an object, had been a rocket that was launched from France.
Oh, okay. So at least there's some sort of explanation.
Or so they say.
France did recently start a space program.
So put that in your pipes and smoke it.
It's always convenient, too, to blame other countries, isn't it?
Always.
Coming up, Dan, he's going to tell us about a brand new movie with a very celebrated director, and that is going to wrap it up right here from Fort Fritz. You're listening to Real Radio 104.1. Dan, what band is this?
This is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This is Fishing for Fishies.
Nice.
Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Howdy, and welcome back to Fort Fritz. I am your co-host, Man Daddy. Right over there, we got Fritz.
Hello.
Over there, we've got special guest Sabrina from the News Junkie.
Hey, guys.
And we got coming up next, we got our good friend Dan Orr.
Hola.
Now, Dan Orr has been to the movies very recently, saw something that just hit the theaters this weekend.
Oh, boy.
And he's going to give us the rundown. What did you see this weekend, Dan? Or last weekend, excuse me.
Yeah, so I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I know about that one.
Can't wait to see
Quentin.
And I will try my best to remain spoiler-free,
that.
but
I think it'd be in your best interest.
yeah,
Yes, please.
because I never want to be that guy.
So, what are your thoughts on it?
What are the good times to go pee?
I loved it.
Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. If you're a Tarantino fan, this is right in the alley. You know, it's not his best work.
Does he do a lot of his, like, non-linear storytelling in this? Does he do...
No, it's actually very linear.
Okay.
How about
Very
feet? A
linear.
lot of feet?
A lot of feet.
lot of feet.
lot of
Quentin-
dirty, lot of dirty feet.
Quentin
That
loves
was
some dirty feet.
A new fact for a lot of people this time around.
Were you kind of like a... Yeah.
Well, they go see that movie and it's like a lot of feet. A lot of feet, but a lot less N-bombs.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
his other
there's
favorite
almost
thing.
none.
Wow.
I'm
that
pretty
had to be
sure there's
very
almost
difficult
none.
for Quentin.
Almost
His biggest
none.
opening.
I don't think there is one. Yeah.
And then least use of N-word.
I cannot wait that since he's writing a Star Trek movie where you finally get to see Uhura's feet and hear Klingons use the N-word. That's exactly
Okay.
what's going to happen. I'm
Okay,
looking
hold
forward
on.
to it.
So, I know he only wants to do 10 movies.
10
This is
movies,
his
yeah.
ninth
This is
movie,
his
right?
ninth, yeah.
Okay, so he only has one more left, and it's probably going to be some kind of major
Star Trek.
reboot. So,
Well,
No,
the
it's not a
Star Trek's
reboot,
not going to
it's
be
a
part of it.
continuation.
He's just writing that. So I don't think that goes into
What
the
a
10.
thing.
so that won't count for his, like,
Yeah.
10 direction
Right.
So
credits.
when did he start saying he only wants to do 10 movies?
From
Couple
the
years ago,
From
yeah.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
So he said that directing is a young man's game and that he thought he'd be out of it by this age, so he's a little behind schedule in his mind.
Obviously, he's got Pulp Fiction, which is a high water mark.
That,
you know.
This is an amazing movie.
Great
You know,
movie.
a lot of people seem to disparage Jackie Brown, but
I love Jackie
Fritz,
Brown.
you and I have discussed this many times that it's one of our favorites.
By the way, she is one of my favorites.
Pam Grier. No,
Yeah,
yes.
amazing.
Ooh.
She's
So
awesome.
good.
I really liked it. Is the short answer. If you're a Tarantino fan, you will enjoy it. Shocking ending, really hyper violent Tarantino awesomeness.
All right.
That's
with
what
the-
you've been saying.
Yeah.
But Leonardo DiCaprio,
He is he is your main character,
and it's
yeah.
centered around him, right?
Correct. Yeah, and he's an actor in 1960s Hollywood, which is a cool time period.
What else happens? Like really bad things.
Well, you can tell in the
Well, it's-
trailer they show a certain individual, and that individual doesn't really have a great reputation.
Well, so it's
Old
it's
Chucky.
yes.
it's all you know. It's this alternate timeline. You know, like it all exists in this Tarantino verse of like where the events of Inglourious Bastards influence a lot of other things through history. So
So
people
it's
become
connected.
accustomed to this hyper violence. Like
Okay.
that was like the whole thing of if this actually happened, where like Hitler and all of his generals and like
Posse.
there's this massive cinema fire and explosion, like this
Okay.
hyper violent end to the situation, like it just influenced history from then on. So you get this hyper violent reality where Reservoir Dogs is normal, and
That's a brutal movie.
it's crazy. This hyper violent reality that like everything. I'm not going to say that everything exists in a connected universe in the Quentin Tarantino, but like
The Tarantino verse. Like, what's the cigarettes they all smoke?
the red
Red
apple
apple.
Red
cigarettes.
apples,
Yeah.
yep.
You
And
guys,
you better believe they're in
look
there.
at you.
I love his shawarma because he's always real to the
He's
spices of life, you know?
What?
But his face is so weird. man.
But he's got that spice.
weird-
He's got that spice, though.
He didn't show up in this one. I
Oh,
was
he didn't do his
expecting. I was expecting a cameo. He didn't show up in this one.
He showed up as Pikachu.
Maybe not that you know of.
I mean, I paid
Definitely
pretty
not.
hard attention. Yeah.
Listen, this is only.
Because you're looking for all the interconnecting threads and stuff.
Yeah, you
know?
are.
I'm a Tarantino. This bitch.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. So out of seven Dan Beard pulls, how would you rate Once Upon a Time ... in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. Once upon a time ... in Hollywood.
In Hollywood, and
I'll give it a solid 5.5.
a 5.5.
Yeah, better than average. Not his best, but better than
boy.
average. 5.5. Solid 5.5. Yeah.
That's-
Solid performances by all the key players. You know, Brad Pitt does a great job. DiCaprio does a great job. Margot
What about
Robbie is
Melissa
totally
McCarthy?
not in it.
What about Luke Perry?
Luke Perry's great.
That's his last role, right?
He disappeared into his role. I didn't even know it was him
And then he
until
disappeared.
his
come on, Jesus.
He did.
Matthew Perry
until
too.
the scene was over.
That's a great review of someone who has died. That mean daddy who's just decided to poop all over.
You are welcome. The one
lot of
movie
stuff's
of
happened.
his I remember that was not a fan of that much was Death Proof.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah,
That's one of his lowest rated.
Just the
Hated it?
dialogue was attempting just to be really clever and wasn't, and it was just really drug out. All right, well, that's the movie that Dan checked out, and now since he checked out something, we're going to let you know other things we want you to check out when we do the checkout. Fritz, what would you like people to check out this week?
Green Day, I would say Kerplunk.
Just go back and listen to the first one?
Yep, listen
first
to the
major?
entire album.
Go back and listen to, what are the early ones before Kerplunk?
2000 smoothed out slappy hours.
Yeah, but
That's-
that was like a collection of all of the releases beforehand, and like Kerplunk was like the first album.
Yeah,
Kerplunk is great.
it is good.
I love it. I love it so much.
They
So,
actually
yeah.
played in town on that album at the Club Nowhere.
Oh, really?
On that tour. We
You
were
have
supposed
a-
to open.
You have a
Where's
personal story for that one.
Yeah, we were supposed to open for it, but the people in the band at the time wouldn't play with them because all we were getting was beer. And I'm like, this is about to be like one of the biggest bands they're playing. Like, no one's going to hear about these guys in a year from now. I'm like, pretty sure they're going to be pretty big. And it was, of course, packed, and we didn't play, and I'm still bitter about, 27 years ago?
Oh, my God.
Have you brought it up to
I
them?
hold grudges like a moe.
Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone. Let's talk to him about it right
Yeah,
now.
let's get them. They're not in the band anymore, so it doesn't matter. But, Sabrina, what would you like everyone to check out?
I checked out The Lion King this week. I did a lot of crying in it, and it's made plenty of money. So instead, check out Central Florida Animal Reserve, CFAR, Dr. Simba, and they just got a brand new... Oh, I'm sorry. I give The Lion King 6 beard pulls
Wow.
Wow, that's
it's a
really
beer
good.
classic.
with oil.
Ooh, beard oil.
Nice.
Central Florida Animal Reserve. They're awesome. You can do a wine night and hear lions roar.
Ooh.
Do they get a 6.5 too, or?
They get a 10.
Nice.
Nice.
I will pull my beard all day for the CFAR.
Won't we all? And Dan Orr, what would you like everybody to check out?
Go see Luscious Lisa open with Hurricane Party. We're going to open for Planet Booty at Will's Pub on
lot of booty.
Sunday, August 4th. It's going to be stupid.
Look at them.
Nice.
2 days.
Yep,
2 days
Look
from
at
now.
them 2 days, girl.
Look at them 2 days.
Come on out.
Big old 2 days.
Yep, Sunday, August 4th, Will's Pub.
Awesome.
Planet
Awesome.
Booty, Luscious Lisa, Hurricane Party.
That's a lot of booty.
Yep.
That's a lot of booty. For me, of course, please come out and check out my trivia nights. I do trivia. Whoa. Please
I
come
hate
out.
this thing.
Please come out and check out my trivia nights. I do trivia on 1st, 3rd, and 5th Mondays at Orlando Brewing at 7 o'clock. I do it Tuesdays at Lucky's Market in Vineland from 5 to 7. I have a brand new one starting this next week, or actually just started this week. Wednesdays at Deadly Sins Brewing in Winter Park at 7 o'clock. And then, of course, always Thursdays at 7 o'clock at Cheers Altamont with a dog-friendly porch.
Oh, I love
So
that.
please come out. Yeah, bring out your dog. Come out, have some drinks, play some trivia. I'd love to see some people. But that is what we do.
Dan, can you kick the rest of the people out of this Force, please.
Get out. Can't go
Wow,
home.
look at them.
They're just running.
Can't go home.
Jeez, they're
They're
afraid
terrified.
What is it?
Wait, are
You
we
ain't gotta
supposed
go
to
home,
leave?
but you can't stay here.
Look, they're pissing their pants.
We're almost completely empty
Get out
already.
now.
That is-
Wow.
That is
Get out
authoritative.
now.
This-
Oh
the-
my God.
The gravitas with that. It was
See you
amazing.
later.
Beautifully done.
Sleep.
Thank you very much. You've been listening to Fort Fritz on Real Radio 104.1.
Until next time, pleasant dreams.